What's up everyone, Blankbear here again with another Castle Clash video. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I am going to go over what I'm going to do with my account in the near future, and I'm also going to be discussing the stages of the game, such as early game, mid game, and late game. I'm mainly going to focus on discussing the mid game stage of the game because that's where I am currently at 76,000 might. So for those of you who don't know what the stages of the game are, there's early game, mid game, and late game, just to break it down in that way. And I saw a good answer on Reddit. I was looking up how these stages are defined, and on Reddit I was able to see one of the answers to that question, and someone posted a really good answer. And basically, early game is when you're just starting out, you're trying to get all the heroes as much as possible. Mainly Pumpkin Duke, Cupid, and the heroes you're going to be using throughout all the game modes. And he said that your progress is mainly gated. Basically, you can't progress because you don't have enough honor badges, and so that's pretty much early game. And I'm going to show you guys a picture of early game player right here. This is probably too extreme, but this is an early game stage right here. As you can see, there's no Pumpkin Duke. There's only a Druid. And yeah, you don't have many buffers basically to get you throughout all the game modes, and they're around 13,000 might. Going to the mid game part of Castle Clash is basically you have your Pumpkin Duke, you have your Cupid, and you have your skills boosted up to a pretty high level, basically around 8 out of 10 or above. And so now once you have those heroes and you've progressed pretty far in the dungeons, you could say you're in the mid game section. So I would say mid game starts around 60,000 might at very least, depending on your hero setup. But your hero monsters should also be past, let me see. For hero monsters, you should be on challenge 2 already, starting with the P block, but you should be able to get this S. Another thing that signifies that you're in the mid game stage is your dungeon progress. So right now, I have 76,000 might, and I was able to get through Insane Dungeon 1 and 3-star the last stage, which I can just sweep over and over for shards and experience, which is huge. So when you're in the mid-game stage, honor badges can come pretty easily now. You have a pretty good way of generating honor badges, such as, yeah, leveling up your heroes to 200 and then evoing them to get all those experience books. That's pretty much the main strategy you can go for. So for example, here I have 505 Enlighten on Little Nick. I suggest you boost them up as much as you can, as much as patience as you have, to boost them up to 200, and then evolving them for more honor badges. So I see I can evolve Little Nick. I don't have a duplicate of Little Nick. I will have to use shards. I'm not going to evolve him, but I just want to show you guys how many books you can get from level 200. So I'm going to get 263 just by evolving Little Nick. And keep in mind, each purple book gives, I believe, 12,000 honor badges. So if you multiply 12,000 times 263, it's a lot. I'm not going to be evolving him, particularly because I don't have a dupe, and I really don't want to spend the shards for it, because shards can be used to upgrade someone else's skill. What instead I'm going to do is, I have this Lady Leo at 179 with a 4 or 5 Enlighten, and I'm just going to take her up as much as possible. Probably will wait to do it at least 190 or above just to get more books. And another strategy is Ares with 3 out of 5. And I also have a lot of heroes with Enlighten, especially this Trixie Cheat with 5 out of 5, and this Dreadrake with 4 out of 5. So and Warlock too. So what I'm trying to do is basically get as much as heroes as possible above the 180 mark, and evolve them as I see fit, depending on who I'm going to use more. So Little Nick is going to be the first to evolve. Probably not the first to evolve, because I don't until I have a duplicate. But let's see. I have a duplicate of Ares, Lady Leo, and Dreadrake. So I'm going to be evolving heroes that I have duplicates for, so I can save the shards and use them elsewhere, because shards in the mid-game stage is what's holding you back. So now we look at the end game. So end game is basically when you have everything. If you look at the big YouTubers of Castle Clash, mostly all of them are end game accounts. So what I mean by end game is pretty self-explanatory. You basically have an account like this. You have a lot of not all, but you have double evolved heroes already. I'd say more than 5. And you're gonna be basically maxing out your heroes at this point. One of the things that indicate that you are at endgame is when the new hero comes out, you can almost get them maxed out or double evolved or evolved as soon as possible. That's an example of a high-end account. Basically, you spend a lot of money if you are a pay-to-play player, and if you're a free-to-play high-end account, much respect to you. And one thing is, in Guild Wars and Lost Battlefield, you can easily achieve, the highest rewards possible. For Guild Wars, you can get over 2k points, and in Lost Battlefield, you can get that 1000 season point mark. So now, basically, at this point in the game, when you're end game, the only thing holding you back is fame. So let's go back to the mid-game segment of the game. I am a mid-game player at around 76,000 might. I have my altar with a few evolved heroes and a lot of heroes waiting to be evolved. Because IGG releases so many heroes, legendary heroes, at a time, basically once a month, you can almost guarantee that you're going to be releasing another hero, such as Michael. Michael, I think his name is just Michael. So the way to, I guess, efficiently manage spending your money and progressing through the game is try to get a balance in between. So for example, I still have a lot of heroes that I need to be up, because that's basically saying that I invested a lot of money on gems in a short amount of time, that I got all these heroes, but I don't have the resources to get them up to the level I want them to be. So now what I need to do is to balance my time by investing most of my resources into leveling these heroes up, rather than using gems to get more heroes and talents. Because what I need to do is, I need to invest my time into leveling up those heroes rather than rolling gems for other heroes and talents. So Minnow is very close. He's only about 26,000 gems away from me. I could get him, but if I get him, I probably won't be able to level him up. Well, I could level him up, but at the cost of not leveling up my other heroes, which have Enlighten, and I can get him up quickly. I would say it's kind of like just having him there, or buying a new car, but you're not going to use it. It's basically like buying a new car, but you're not going to use it because you have all these other cars that you want to upgrade or use and stuff like that. So heroes, yeah, I guess you could treat heroes like cars. You don't want to have too many new cars at once that you can't use all of them. So what I suggest is, at this stage in the game, you work on leveling up the heroes you see yourself using a lot in all the game modes that you like to play. Okay everyone, I think I've taken enough of your time today. Thank you so much for watching, and if you found this video informative or helpful, or if you just liked it overall, please leave a like down below, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Also, I want to ask you this question. What part of the game are you on right now? Are you in the early game? Are you in mid game? Or are you in the end game, where you're basically cruising through everything and you're just focused on those player versus player aspects? And I'll see you guys next time. Peace!